staying with us on the Late Night News. A fortnight ahead of the budget presentation for the year, the Prime Minister of the country sat down for an interaction with editors of television channels at 7 Racecourse Road today. Taking on the burning topic of the killing of the Indian fishermen, Dr. Singh reiterated that the Sri Lankan and the Indian governments were taking it up and has promised action. Here's what the Prime Minister, Dr. Singh, touched on today.
I have been told that 118 fishermen have been taken into custody. We are taking up this matter with the Sri Lankan government. We take a very serious view. I think only earlier this month, Foreign Secretary was sent to make a strong démarche to the Sri Lankan government that this sort of behavior is not acceptable among neighborly countries.
Well, today a sizable number of DMK members took to the streets protesting the reported arrest of 106 Tamil fishermen by the Sri Lankan authorities. The DMK MPs Kannimuri, TKS Ilangovan and District Secretaries J. Anbaragan and VS Babu courted arrest along with hundreds of DMK workers.
DMK put up a show of strength at short notice, something they are good at. Only this demonstration was to protest the arrest of 106 fishermen near the residence of the Lankan Deputy High Commissioner.
All over the world there have been issues, but nobody gets shot at, nobody gets humiliated with the way our fishermen get humiliated and treated so badly by the Sri Lankan Navy. We have raised this issue with the central government time and again, and the central government and the Prime Minister, the ministers have also taken it up with the Sri Lankan government, but obviously there hasn't been any positive results.
By organizing the huge turnout, the DMK also sent a message to the Congress that the DMK cannot be taken for granted, especially when speculation is rife that the Congress may demand a share of power if the DMK-Congress combine emerges victorious in the upcoming assembly elections.
நரம்பத்தோழர்கள் 10,000 பேருக்கு மேலாக இதில் கலந்து கொண்டார்கள். 5,000 பேர் கைது செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறோம். எல்லோரும் கைது செய்ய முடியாமல் வாகனங்கள் இல்லாதனால் ஸ்தம்பித்து போயிருந்ததெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்க. இது கூட நள்ளிரவு 12 மணிக்கு மேலே தான் எங்களுக்கு வந்து தலைவர் கலைஞர் அவர்கள் செய்திகளை வந்து சொல்லியிருந்தாரு. விடியற் காலை 6 மணிக்கு மேலே தான் இந்த செய்திகளை கேட்டு மிக வேகமாக கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 5-6 மணி நேரத்தில் இவ்வளோ பேர் கூடியிருக்கிறோம்.
The ruling DMK's big show in defense of Tamil fishermen has come ahead of assembly elections in the state. The DMK's efforts may be also an attempt to preempt the opposition from taking up this issue. In Chennai, Peer Mohammed, NDTV Hindu.
And clearly with everything in the view of the summer polls, which is also triggering the temperature levels in the state's political scenario. And the final numbers from the TNCC talks in the capital are still awaited. The Prime Minister sounded hopeful for a DMK-Congress combined win at the assembly polls this May.
Along with the Kerala state, Tamil Nadu is also going to face the assembly election. What is your assessment on Tamil Nadu election?
Well, I am not an astrologer, but I do hope that the ruling coalition will win.
Well, moving on, every student's dream is to join a very good college and land with a good job with a fat pay package. But is it as easy as this? What about those students who are first-generation learners? Who will play mentor to them? Pratiksha Ramkumar tells us about the hurdles faced by these students and some solutions as well.
Tamil Nadu saw 78,000 first-generation schoolgoers joining colleges across the state in 2010. But a job at a swanky corporate office continues to elude them, because most Tier 2 and Tier 3 colleges are given a miss by leading corporate houses during recruitment time.
IT companies don't have the bandwidth to go to all these 500-odd engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu. ICT Academy being a center point between industry and academia, we are giving them a platter in which we will increase the skill set of the students in the Tier 2, Tier 3 locations.
The other huge challenge students face while applying to multinational companies is the language barrier. Not being fluent in at least 2 languages is a major handicap on the job market.
We can't demand a quota because they are private sectors, but we ask them not to look at language as the most essential component. Look at the other attributes of a student, whether he's intelligent, whether he can think for himself, whether he's innovative, and keep language at the bottom of the ladder.
And building that crucial bridge between students and the corporate sector is the ICT, which trains students in soft skills, and other private players in education who are also looking at new skill enhancement software.
Even students of big towns or C-class towns can aspire to be working in an Infosys or a Wipro. Skills, teaching English, all that is part of our package.
In Chennai, with Ashmit Kumar, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
Well, bridging the gap there in one sense. On to some business news now. India consumes 700 tons of gold and owns 11% of gold on the planet. 50 crore people purchase this metal in one form or the other, and the masters of the financial world are ready to profit from India's fetish for the yellow metal. India's largest mutual fund group launched the first systematic investment plan, or the SIP, in gold. The money will be dechannelized strictly for buying the precious metal and no speculation. Interestingly, unlike investing in mutual funds, this SIP will not require a demat account. Meanwhile, promoters are hard-selling features such as exemption from wealth tax and exploiting wholesale prices of gold to attract potential investors. And even as this SIP arrives, there is already speculation of other mutual fund majors developing similar products.
So from our point of view, what we are doing is we are launching India's first gold saving fund where there is no demat account required. So for an investor who wants to invest in gold, he gets the wholesale price of gold even if he is investing 100 rupees. Also, you know what we have done, I mean, Indians normally love gold, and however there was never the convenience of investing in a monthly gold investment plan. So what we are doing, we have done we have started a systematic investment plan where investors can start investing with 100 rupees. We believe this will help give the investors the convenience of investing in gold in the most cost efficient way, the most from the investor point of view, is the purest form of gold.
Well, the bling in any form clearly attracting the consumer. Let's bring you today's gold and silver rates before we move on with more news. This is the late night news on NDTV Hindu. Up ahead, NDTV Hindu connects you to the superstar magic once again. Make a special wish for Rajinikanth, who's shining even brighter after a decade worth of stardom.